Hello everyone, it's Josh Reedy Faulkner. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today we're going to be covering something I've been wanting to do for a long time after time, trying to get back into this YouTube strategy and getting to finally rank my top favorite movies of all time. And this time we're going to be ranking my top 75 favorite films, but I'll be breaking it down from 10 movies at a time, 75 through 66 in this video, 10 at a time, until I get my top 15 in one last final video. So I'm going to be doing my top 75, and let's begin. Coming in at number 75, we have Moana. And animation is not always going to latch onto me so much, but this one really drew me in from the get-go. I didn't always like the songs, but when I rewatched it, I dug the songs that much more. Really drew me in. They're catchy, and the story itself, while not flawless, the ocean definitely could have helped and brought the necklace to there all by itself. I still love the journey that it takes us on, the character growth within not just Moana, but bringing the island back into the traveling state again. And that's what really captivates me about the story, is the journey itself and how they change their perspective and views on the world through Moana's use of culture. And then Maui is another great character as well. Coming in at number 4 is a recent watch. It's No Time to Die, James Bond. I just really drew me into the soundtrack. This was one of the more emotional ones. It's not a perfect film by any means, but because this is just a subjective list, of course. But all in all, it's an emotional film that really latches on to me. I love the soundtrack, and it makes me want to watch it again fairly soon, hopefully within the next month or so. That I'm definitely connected to his character so well, and I already like Daniel Craig's version of Bond already, so this movie really satisfied with an epic conclusion to bring it all to an end with his character as well. But the action and just the dialogue and everything involved just was crafted so well for this character that I just did not expect to come in within this movie. Coming in with number 73, we have SpiderMan, Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie, and this is just a really fun time from beginning to end. The dialogue isn't perfect, it can be cheesy, but that's sometimes what makes it fun. But the action and just being a superhero film that really started some of the superhero films we get today, just really brings a lot to life. And Tobey Maguire and then Kirsten Johnson, their chemistry quite good, and Tobey Maguire is just such a good performer with all of that. And then William Dafoe as the Green Goblin, such a creepy atmosphere that he brings to the film with his laugh, and then just the chemistry and everything with all the characters is just really great. That brings chills to my spine and just makes me want to smile as well as it goes throughout the film. Coming in at 72, we have Braveheart, one of the first epic gladiator type movies, or just this actual epic of a film that he's going to save this girl, and he goes on this epic journey, freeing different people, making this huge army at the end. And it's so iconic, just the way it goes about it with freedom and just all those different lines. And the story is amazing. It may be long, but it just really packs a punch that makes me remember this film and want to watch it again. Coming in at 71, maybe a hot take, but it's The Dark Knight Rises. This is a film that is slow, it has its flaws, but just the journey it takes you on, the journey as it explores Bane's character, as it explores more of Batman, is just really fun. And then adding Selena Kyle into the mix just brings such a strong sense of drama and emotion to the film that really latches me on to what this story has to offer. And then one of my favorite film scenes of movie history is just that whole crowd going against Bane's army near the end, and the choices everyone has to make. Gotham becomes involved with the story itself. And so I just really have to put it as one of my favorite films. While it's not the greatest, it really just makes me love and adore what Christopher Nolan brought to the table as a conclusion. And coming at number 70, we have The Prince of Egypt, another animated film, and of all film franchises that comes from DreamWorks Studios. I just highly enjoyed it. I'm a Christian, but that won't always affect the Christian films that aren't so great. But this one is one of the better ones. It surprisingly, it takes its own liberties by its own means to tell stories that's not exactly according to what the Bible reads it out as, but it still does follow it to a fairly good degree of the adaptation, but it has some amazing musical numbers that I did not expect. I did not remember watching this as a kid, but watching it recently, it really just latched onto me, and I really dug what this film had to offer, the emotions and the music score. And just as an older animated movie, it was really well animated. And coming in at 69, we have Silence. Now, this is another Christian film, sort of, by Martin Scorsese, but it's not directly about Christians. It's just about the silence of God, and the exploration that goes within it is not directly trying to exploit Christian beliefs, but it's exploring the tragedy of when different martyrs that go out onto the mission field and may not always hear the voice of God, not knowing where to go next, and the journey that this goes on with Andrew Garfield and Liam Neeson is just really incredible. What you have to latch onto, and the silence itself works as a character within the movie, sort of in such a grand way that I can really applaud Martin Scorsese for. Coming in at number 68 is Amor. This is a foreign language film that I did not expect. It's sort of the style of Ordinary Love. I talked to that in the past, where it's sort of slow. It's just goes by its dialogue and the random scenes that really sucks you into this older aged culture that I really enjoyed exploring. And it's not necessarily based off a true story at all, but it's still feels that much more real because of the way they present it in such a natural style, and with the color palette and just how they go about exploring this, and the acting is just really incredible, and with everything that comes about from this film. And coming out in 67, we have The End of the Spear. This is another sort of missionary type story that explores culture to a big extent. I actually first watched this because of an assignment in one of my classes, and I highly enjoyed it for what it was going for. It's based off a true story and pretty accurate for what it's doing. They even went back to work this out with the same tribe that it's about, and like how there's prejudices, and just the approach we go into different cultures, how some missionaries may be seen as a threat or not as a threat, and the way they go about that is just really works well. And obviously they really made it to the best of their ability, reenacting certain scenes and ideas that just did really work well in bringing in some emotion and making it feel that much more as it should be for based on a true story. Coming in at number 66, the last one of this video, we have Hacksaw Ridge. This is a horror film that I love the genre for, and Andrew Garfield brings such a great performance. The way he carries his character to a T, bringing out all his beliefs and philosophies right to the table of not ever shooting a gun, and every time you think he's gonna carry a gun, shoot it, he doesn't. And then the very near end scene is just really captivating with the music score as well. It's brutal, not as brutal as Saving Private Ryan, but still feeling similarly just as real. That I just highly commend this film for going about, and it's just absolutely incredible the acting that's explored within this movie and the character that you just cannot forget from the moment you watch this film, all in all. And so that's my first 10 movies that goes counting down from my 75 favorite films of all time for the year of 2022. Let me know down in the comments below if you have a top favorites somewhere around this many films, or just somewhere in the last place of favorite films. What are your favorite films of all time? Let me know all that down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of my picks. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.